Math. When you need help, you use Minute Math.
I'm Sean Gannon, and this is Minute Math, and today we're learning about the greatest common factor. We're going to find the GCF of each. So, if I was given these numbers, 39 and 6. So we're trying to find the greatest number that divides these two numbers, right? It goes into each one of them. So the way I approach this, I look at 6, okay, the less of the two. 6 has a few factors that go into it. We got 1, we got 2, we got 3, and we have 6. So these three numbers all go into 6 evenly. Well, we'll start from the top and work our way down. Does 6 go into 39 evenly? Well, no. 6 goes into 36, right? And that's 3 away, so 6 is out, okay? Then 3. 3 goes into 39. Well, that's going to be 13 times, right? 3 times 13 is 39. So 3 is a yes, and there we're done. That's the greatest one here from 6, and we know it has to work for both because 6 is only limited for 6. That's a smaller amount there for them. So our final answer here is just 3. 24 and 28, okay? Well, the first thing here, I look at 24 and I try to find all the factors of, well, 24. Well, 24, we got 24, and we have 1, right? And 2 goes in there, and so is 12, okay? Now, does 3 go into 24? Yes, 3 does, and that's going to be 8 times, right? And then we have 4, and we have 6, right? 4 times 6 is 24. After that, there's no other numbers I can think of that go into 24. So now, let's go see which one of these also goes into 28, right? 24, no, can't go in evenly. 12 doesn't, too far off. 8 doesn't go into 20 evenly, don't got that. 6, no, but 4, yeah, 4 goes into 28, right? That's going to be 7 times. So 4 here is my final answer. 40 and 10. Now, what I like to do here is, if I can see that one of the numbers goes into, or one of the numbers is a factor of the other, right? 10 is a factor of 40, and 10 is the largest factor of 10, there we have our answer, right? The answer is just 10 here, because 10 goes into 10, it's the largest one there, and so it also goes into 40, so we're done. Final answer is 10. 39, V, and 30, U times V, okay? Well, first I look at the numbers itself. What numbers go into each one of these? Well, let's look at 39. 39 isn't as common here, okay? We have, well, 1 goes in there, and so is 39. 2 doesn't, but what about 3? 3 goes in 13 times, okay? Does 4 go in? No. 5, no. 6, no. 7, don't see anything. 8, no. 9, no, and we're kind of done. We have 1, 3, 13, and 39. Well, out of these numbers, 39 does not go into 30, right? So obviously can't go in evenly, done with that. 13 doesn't go into 30, but 3 does. So the largest number here, 3, is also, we know, goes into 30, so we have a 3. Now we have a V in both of these, so we have a V as well. Okay, U is not in both, so we don't include that. So our greatest common factor is 3V. 35 n squared times m, and 21 m squared times n. Okay, so let's first look at 21. What are the factors of 21? We have 1, 3, 7, and 21 are our factors of 21. Okay, what's the largest one of these that also goes into 35? Well, 21 doesn't go into 35, but 7 does, right? So 7, right? So not 21, but 7 works. Now, if we look at these two, I have 2 n's here and 1 n there. So 1 n is in both, and 1 m here, 2 m's there, so 1 m is in both. And so our final answer here is just 7 n m. 30 y to the third and 20 y squared. Okay? Well, let's start with the smaller number 20. What are the factors of 20? Well, we have 1, 2, 4, 5, 10, and 20 are the factors of 20. So which largest one of these goes into 30. We'll start with 20. Can 20 go into 30? No, it doesn't go in evenly at all, but 10 does, right? So we got 10 right there. 10 can go into 30. So our number here is 10. Now we have to deal with the variables. We have 3y's here, 2y's here, so that means there's 2y's in both, less the 2. So we have y squared. So our final answer here is 10y squared. 54 and 45, okay? Well, what are the factors of 45? We have 1, 3, 5, 9, 15, and 45. Those are the factors of 45. So what's the greatest one that also goes into 54? Well, 45 can't go into 54. That's not possible. 15, well, 54 doesn't end in a 0 or 5, so that one's already out, and not even worth trying. 9 goes into 54 6 times, right? So 9 works for both, goes into 45 and 54, so 9 is my final answer. 25 and 55. Well, 25 is the smaller of these two numbers, and the factors of 25 are 1, 5, and 25, okay? So which the greatest one of these that also goes into 55 is our answer. Well, 25 can't go into 55 because 25 goes into 50, so that one's out. 5 goes into 55 11 times, and so there we have it. Our answer here is just 5. And 68 and 34. Well, I start with 34. It's the least of these two numbers, and let's find all the factors of that. The factors are 1, 2, 17, 17, there we go, write it like that, 17, and 34, a weird looking 17, alright, now I'm making it worse, it's okay, alright, 17, 34, okay, alright, so we find the greatest one of these that also goes into 68, well, 34 actually goes into 68, right, 34 times 2 is 68, so 34 is my answer here, that's what I was looking for, okay, 54 and 27. Well, the factors of 27, that's the smaller of the two numbers, are 1, 3, 9, and 27. I'm now going to find which one of these, or the largest one of these, that also goes into 54. Luckily, I'm in luck. 54 divided by 2 is 27, so 27 goes into 54. So that's the first largest one works, that's our answer, 27. 55 and 75, okay? Well, we start with the smaller of the two, 55, and write all the factors of that. That is 1, 5, 11, and 55, okay? So now we have to find, okay, what's the largest one of these that also goes into 75? Well, 55 doesn't go into 75 evenly. What about 11? 11 goes into 77, but not 75. And then 5. Well, 5 does go into 75 because it ends in a 5, right? So it's going to work. So 5 goes into both of these. So our final answer is 5. 66 yx and 30 x squared y. Okay? Well, first I deal with the numbers. My smallest number is 30, and the factors of 30 are 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 10, 15, and 30. And now I'm going to try to see the largest one of these that also goes into 66. Well, 30 doesn't go into 66 because 30 times 2 is 60. 15, no, because we don't end in a 5 or a 0, guaranteed no. 10 doesn't go into 66, goes into 60, okay? But 6 goes into 66 11 times. So 6 is my kicker here. So 6 goes in both of those numbers, and so the greatest common factor is 66 and 30, so we have 6 there. Now we have 1y here, 1y there, so we're good, okay? 1y can go into both, and 1x here, 2x, so the least of the two is just 1x. And there we have our final answer, 6yx. 60y and 56x squared. Okay? Well, the smaller one of these two numbers is 56, and the factors of 56 are 1, 2, 4, 7, 8, 14, 28, and 56. Okay? So now we have to find the largest one of these that also goes into 60. Well, 56 can't go into 60, and 28 does not either. 14 does not go evenly into 60, and neither does 8. 7 doesn't go into 60, but 4 does. 4 does go into 60, right? 4 goes into 40 10 times, plus another 20 is 5, so 15 times. 15 times 4 is 60. So 4 goes into 60 and 56, and it's the largest one of the two. Or of largest one for the greatest common factor for both. Now, variables. We got a y and 2 x's. No commonalities here, so my final answer is just the number 4. 36 x y to the third and 24 y squared. Okay? Well, first let's look at the numbers and let's find the factors of 24. It's the smallest of these two numbers. Factors of 24 are 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 8, 12, and 24. Okay. So now I want to see which one's the largest one of these. It also goes into 36. Well, 24 can't go into 36 because 2 times 24 is 48, so we're out there. But 12 goes into 36 3 times, so we found a number fairly quickly. 12 here. Now let's deal with the variables. Well, how many variables share both? There's not an x in both of these, so don't worry about the x. I have 3 y's here and 2 y's, so 2 y's are shared between the two. So we have y squared, and together our GCF is 12y squared. 18y squared and 54y squared. Okay? Well, first I take the smaller of the two numbers and find all the factors, and those are 1, 2, 3, 6, 9, and 18. Then from that list I take what is the largest one that also goes into 54. Well, luckily 8 times 3 is 54. So 18 times 3 is 54. So 18 goes into both. That's the largest number. Now what are the variables? Well, I see a y squared in both of these, so y squared is there. So my final answer here is just 18y squared. 80 x to the third power and 30 yx squared. Okay? Well, I take the smaller of these numbers and find all the factors of them. That is 30, excuse me, it was 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 10, 15, and 30. Now from there, I find the largest one of these that also goes into 80. Well, 30 doesn't go into 80 because it goes into 60 and 90. 15 goes into 75, but not 80. But 10 goes into 88 times. So 10 is the number I'm looking for. Okay, that goes into both. Now let's look at the variables. Well, there's 3 x's here and 2 x's here, so they both share 2 x's, x squared. And there's no y's here, but 1 y here, so no y's are shared. So my final answer is just 10x squared. 105x, 30 yx, and 75x. Okay? Well, first thing I do is take 30, which is my smallest of the numbers, and find all of the factors of it. So 30's factors are 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 10, 15, and 30. Okay? So now that's there's many there, and what I want to do is find what's the largest one that goes into the other two as well. Well, 30 doesn't go into either one of these, right? 30 doesn't go into 75 or 105, so we're done there. But 15 does. 15 goes evenly into 75, and 15 also goes into 105. So 15 is the number that I'm looking for here, okay? So now I want to deal with the variables. Well, there's 1x here, 1x here, 1x here. So x is shared amongst all of them, so we have 1x. No y, 1y, no y's. So y is not shared amongst them all, and so that's it. Our final answer is just 15x. 140 and 140 m squared and, 80 m squared. Okay? Well, the smallest number of the three is 80, so I like to list the factors of 80. 1, 2, 4, 5, there's plenty of them, 8, 10, 16, 20, 40, and 80. Okay? There's plenty of them. Now, once I have this list, I find the largest one that also goes in the other two numbers. Well, 140 is the same for both, so now we just gotta check this. Does 80 go into 140? No, it goes into 160, but not 140. Does 40? Well, 40 goes into 120, but not 140. What about 20? Now, 20 does. 20 times 7 is 140. So 20 is a number that I am looking for, okay? So now let's deal with the variables. Well, we have one n here and no n's. So no n is shared. We have two m squareds here, two here. Sorry, two m's here, two m's here, but no m's there. So m is not shared amongst them all either. So my final answer is just the number 20.
Minute Math. When you need help, you use Minute Math. Minute Math. Minute Math. When you need help, you use Minute Math. MinuteMathTutor.com.